Hey guys, and welcome to Get Fit with Jess Live. I'm Jessica McCowan. I'm a certified personal trainer, boot camp coach, and lean accountability coach. So today I am jumping on live here on Facebook and here on Instagram. Hey everybody who's joining. If you guys would just take a minute and feel free to share this live video with anybody who you think would be interested in listening. I'm going to be talking about, kind of what we're going through right now, how I'm staying motivated, how I'm trying to stay on track, and I want to give you those tips, and just share that with you. I also want to talk about these workouts that I've been sharing. I guess you guys are seeing that I'm sharing lots more workouts, and a lot of these are follow-along workouts too. And then some of you guys have asked me some questions. They have already been pre-submitted, so I'm going to get to those first. But you guys that are hopping on, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask them live. I will do my best to get to them. And if I don't, if you're catching this on the replay or something like that later, then I will come back in and answer those for you. But again, thank you guys so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to join me. And again, please feel free to share this live video. All right, so I'm just going to kind of get right into it. So I did share that, I'm a certified personal trainer. This is what I do. This is my profession. Obviously, I'm very, very passionate about it, and that is why, I've really been trying to share more of these free workouts with you guys to give you those resources. So you can do these from home, because we're all kind of stuck at home right now, right? And I just want to give you guys that opportunity to be able to do these workouts with very limited equipment, be able to stay active, stay feeling good, because here's the deal. With energy creates energy, and that is just a fact. So, if we are trying to continue to stay active, we're trying to, get in just 20 minutes of activity, you are going to have more energy. You're going to feel so much better. And that's the number one thing that people say to me every time they join a program with me, whether that be online or in gym. And I see a lot of my in gym people jumping on. I miss you guys so much. But that's the first thing that they tell me, is that they feel so much better. So that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm, really just trying to share and load you guys down with lots of different workouts, different varieties. I've had a lot of requests for yoga type, meditation type workouts, and I'm going to be sharing more of those, and I'm going to talk about that more here in just a second, how I feel like that is just so important, and that is one of my goals. And that's another thing that I want to talk to you guys about here in just a second, is making those little goals right now. I think we got to kind of get out of the mindset of those big goals, and not that they're bad. I'm all about creating those goals. I think it's really important. But right now, I think we need to take our focus, dial it back a little bit, and create those smaller goals. And again, I'm going to talk to you guys about that here in just a second. But I've had requests for yoga workouts, some workouts that can be done with the kids. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys next week. But all right, everybody hopping on. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. But let's just kind of get right into it. Like I said, I had just a few tips that I wanted to talk to you about, and then I've had those pre-submitted questions. Make sure you are following me on Facebook and Instagram, because the content that I share is a little bit different. You guys here on Facebook, you're able to have that quick access to those YouTube full-length workouts that I'm sharing. And then on Instagram, it's a little bit harder. I can't really do that. So, make sure you're following me on both accounts. Also, make sure you're following my YouTube channel. So, Get Fit with Jess, KY, here on Facebook. It's just Get Fit with Jess. So make sure you're following me on YouTube, Facebook, and on Instagram. And make sure you turn on post notifications, because like I said, I am just gonna periodically share full length workouts. I know some of you all love demo workouts. So you just want to be able to come in and do it on your own, right? So I'm going to share, just a variety of stuff. And then again, I'm going to get the kids involved, and I'm just going to try to mix it up and change it up and just kind of keep it fresh for you guys. And I just want to help you in any way that I can right now. So like I said, small goals, all right? So I talked to my online clients, well, everybody's online right now, right? And I just talked to them about really right now, number one, main thing, progress, not perfection. And I know you guys hear me say that a lot. You've probably heard, a lot of coaches say that because I just think, it's just really important to focus on that progress, especially right now. You are not going to be perfect. If you followed me and, read my post earlier this week, I was raw and real with you guys, telling you that I had a really bad weekend, and I know a lot of you all are experiencing that. I mean, I just kind of laid and wallowed in my sorrow and ate emotionally all weekend, binge ate. And I know a lot of you all, I know I'm not alone in this. I know that I'm not. And that's what I'm saying. But we can't stay there. And that's what I shared with my online clients. I was real with them and told them, hey, I'm right here with you right now. I'm experiencing these feelings and, going through all these emotions up and down, up and down. But I think that we have to focus on that progress, not perfection, and again, create those smaller goals. So let me share some of mine with you, and then I would love for you to share some of yours with me. Again, let's create those small goals. So what's one thing that we can all really kind of focus on right now? And I think that is water intake. So that's something really simple we can do. And I don't know how you all feel about this, but I mean, the water's safe, right? So, I know a lot of people were saying, I can't find bottled water. I can't find bottled water. But hopefully you have some kind of filter through your refrigerator or, or something like that you can use from home. And don't worry about the bottled water, okay? But I think that is one huge thing that we can all focus on. That is one of my small goals, is getting at least 64 ounces of water a day. And I know some of you guys, you're like, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. And I know if you're not used to having that much water, that can seem like a bit of a challenge. So I say, just see where you are right now. Today, go ahead, start tracking your water, see how much you normally get. And then let's just try to increase that by 10 ounces today, okay? So again, it's all about making that progress. But I do think, getting to that 64 ounces is a great place to be. If you get over and beyond that, awesome job, super proud of you, keep doing that, and let's all just stay focused on that, okay? So water intake is definitely the top of my list for my number one goal. My second goal is to move, okay? And yeah, I've been sharing these workouts from home, and those are all great, but it's not all just about the workout. It's actually kind of tracking how many steps that we're getting, and that is really, really difficult right now, and I get that. But my goal for myself was try to reach 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. We have had some ups and downs with the weather here in Kentucky. I don't know about you with where you are, but every chance I get, I'm trying to get outside. I'm trying to, get the kids outside, get the dog outside, just even doing just a little lap around the subdivision, and just trying to increase my steps. And, maybe that is just walking circles around your house, around the kitchen, the living room, up the stairs, down the stairs, whatever, just trying to increase those steps. And if you have, your phone or an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, that's a great way to to keep up with that. So Let me see, I've got a question. Get yourself. Yes. So Katie's joining on Instagram. They sell water bottles. They're awesome. That's what I use. And that's a great way. You buy a water bottle that's 20, 40 ounces. You know how many times that you got to fill that up to get in that water intake. So that's a great way to track your water. Thanks, Katie. But yeah, focusing on the steps and maybe, 8 to 10,000, again, that's a big reach for you. Let's start with 4 to 5, okay? To kind of see where you're at today, and then let's just gradually increase that, all right? This third one, it's been a really, really big one for me, and I have challenged my online boot camp clients to do this week. So I don't know if you all are familiar with, I call them Give Me 5. That's our challenges that we do. So this week they are giving me 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes of quiet meditation time. And I just explained to them, for me personally, trying to get up first thing in the morning, trying to clear my mind, clear my head, clear my heart, getting my heart and mind right has been really, really, really helpful. I've just tried to spend some time either writing down things that I'm thankful for. I've tried to encourage that with my kids. Every day, let's think of something that we're thankful for, something that we can be thankful for right now. Maybe it is for you, maybe sitting down on the floor, laying down on the floor, turning on some music that just kind of relaxes you, mellows you out, and just focus on your breathing. Again, just trying to clear your mind, trying to get rid of any negative thinking, and I know we're constantly filled with that right now, just getting on social media. It can be a challenge. So I encourage you all to do that too. Again, it doesn't have to be a long time, 5, 10 minutes, whatever that looks like for you, okay? Again, like I said, it could be time spent praying, having devotion time, journaling, just sitting and stretching, or just sitting in pure quiet if you need to. But those are my 3 goals that I have really been focused on this week. Again, I would love for you to think, and it doesn't have to be 3, maybe it's 1, maybe it's 2, maybe you have 5, I don't know, whatever. Just think about those small goals right now. Don't think about the big goals that you want to lose 20 pounds, or you want to run a half marathon, or whatever, those big, huge goals. And again, I think that they're great, but at this time, where we are right now, let's focus on those small goals. And again, share either with me or with someone else. And that's the next thing that I want to talk about that is absolutely huge anytime, but right now especially, having accountability. So find a friend, your spouse, maybe it's even your kids, maybe it's your sister, your brother, whatever, your mom, your dad, whoever. Find someone to keep you accountable, okay? And, that is why I offer these, especially, right now, this online boot camp program. And then I know a lot of you guys are in the lean groups, and in both of those, you're gonna get that daily support and accountability, and that is going to help you get through. So find someone to keep you accountable. Again, I would love to be that person, but if not, find somebody else that you can, just lean on right now to have that support and accountability, and that is going to help so much, okay? All right, so share those goals with your accountability coach or your accountability friend or partner or whatever, okay? And again, guys, it's another just big thing, like I kind of talked about, just get moving. I know it's really easy when you're at home just to sit in front of the TV or sit in front of the computer or sit in front of your phone or your iPad or something like that. but try to focus on getting moving. And again, that could be something really simple, just going for, little walks around the house, around wherever you live, maybe you're able to get out and do that. I know I've seen a lot of people say nature is not canceled, and that is right. It's not. So take advantage of that right now, okay? Just get moving. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, and I know that this is a pretty big challenge right now, is just focusing on that whole food nutrition. So I shared, back over the weekend, I just ate a bunch of junk. I did. I just kind of dove right into the junk over the weekend, and it did not make me feel any better. I actually felt much, much worse. That's what it's like, right? It's kind of that snowball effect. But I kind of, like I said, got my head right, my mind right, my heart right this week, and said, you just cannot do that. Stop. Get back on track. Again, progress, not perfection, but I have really tried to focus on more whole foods because I know that makes me feel better when I am eating those foods that are giving me the nutrients that my body needs. And listen, I know it's not easy to find things like this right now. I have a client in Washington, D.C., and she is really struggling. She says, Jess, I can't find fresh vegetables. I can't find lean meats anywhere, and I mean, my heart just breaks. And I know that, where it's going to be different wherever, you're joining from on whether you're able to have access to those. And I just tried to encourage her. I said, just do the best that you can right now. Maybe go buy, if you can't find fresh, let's try to find some frozen. So I shared this tip with my online boot campers. As far as nutritional value goes, fresh is always the best, right? But then the next option is going to be frozen, and then that third option is going to be canned. And so that's kind of where we are right now. Try to stock up as much as you can on those frozen vegetables. Buy the canned fruits and vegetables. And again, it's all about progress, but do think about giving your body that fuel it needs. Hey, Nora. That is super, super important right now, just for everything, mind, body, everything, okay? Some things, I did want to talk about as far as supplementing with. So, I've talked to my clients many times about different supplements that I take on a regular basis, vitamins, things like that. And the two that I want to share with you today, and the two that I think are the most important, are going to be vitamin D. And depending on where you live and where you're at, and here in Kentucky, it's been raining 40 days, 40 nights, I feel like. But that is huge, is making sure you're supplementing with vitamin D, okay? The next one is going to be magnesium. So those two are super important. Get on Amazon, get to your health store. Maybe they are delivering right now, whatever. But stock up on those and make sure you're taking those daily. And if you all have any questions about that, please reach out to me. But vitamin D and magnesium, super important. All right, so those are the couple of tips that I wanted to talk about. Just, kind of what I'm doing during this time, kind of where my focus is, those little goals that I have, and just trying to share those little tips and tricks with you. But I'm going to get into some of these questions that, again, were pre-submitted. And if you guys are jumping on and you have any questions, please ask, okay? Somebody said, this is from Sherry. She said, how do you stay so disciplined? Okay, well, obviously, like I said, I struggled over the weekend, and you all need to know that. Trainers, coaches, we have struggles too. And I wanted to share mine with you guys and just be real with you. But I don't. That's the thing. I do not stay disciplined all the time. But here's what I've always said and tried to share. Habit is what keeps you going, okay? Okay, start over. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. So it's all about creating that habit. And as I shared with my online clients this week, we have been given the gift of time, right? I know we can look at it from a negative point. There's lots of negative things that are going on, but let's also think about it positively. We have been given the gift of time. So make it a habit right now. Start right now. You know, if you've never been active or not working out or anything, now is an excellent time to start, okay? So again, it's all about making it a habit. It is a part of my life. Obviously, it's my job. It's what I do as a profession. But even before that, I loved it, and I made it a habit that I did, you know, multiple times a week. So that is what truly keeps you going. So even when I don't feel like doing it, even when, you know, the motivation's not there, making it a habit will keep you going, okay? So that's my answer to that. Somebody asked me, does it matter how you pair your low carb days versus regular carb days with certain workouts? Now, a lot of you guys are like, what the heck is low carb day? What the heck is a regular carb day? That's a totally different Q&A for another day. All right, but I do that. We do that in the Lean program with Amanda Nybert. We carb cycle. I've been carb cycling for years and years. I teach my online clients how to do that. Again, I don't really have time to get into what that's all about, but this person who asked this question, she knows what it's about. She knows how to do it. But yes, okay, so here's the thing. It kind of depends on your goals. If your goal is just overall weight loss, fat loss, or maybe you are even in a maintenance mode, it really doesn't matter how you pair your workouts with regular carb versus low carb. Unless you don't feel good. So, you know, when we do those low carb days, if you don't really have energy, you kind of struggle getting through your workouts, then yes, we would want to pair those differently. But I can work out just fine on a low carb day. I can do HIIT, I can do strength training. It doesn't bother me. But for some people it does. So yes, we would want to adjust that. If your goal is gaining muscle, and that is your number one goal, then yes, we would want to pair your big, heavy lifting days with a regular carb day to kind of just maximize and get the best results. So just reach out to me, whoever asked me that question. Let me know your goals, and then I can help you more with that, okay? And I think that question came to me on Instagram. So if you're on, just be sure to message me, DM me, and we'll talk more. All right, somebody asked me about my playlist. So, you know, you'll notice in these full follow-along workouts that I've got some music going in the background. Some of my workouts on YouTube, I've got music going on those. I do not have a Spotify playlist right now. But that's a great idea. I'm gonna work on that. That'll give me something to do. But so for those videos that I share and stream on YouTube, unfortunately, YouTube has cracked down and they do not want you, using any music that, has royalties. So I have to use this app that streams just royalty-free music. So that's what you hear going on in the background. But I always encourage at the beginning of the workouts for you all to crank up music on your end that motivates you, because even if I did play something here, that might not be your jam, so you might like to work out to country music or rock music or whatever that you like. So yeah, but creating a workout playlist on Spotify is an awesome idea, and again, I will get on that. Let's see, I've got a question. Okay, Amanda, great question. Do you provide a meal plan with your workouts? So I do not provide meal plans. I have an example meal plan that I share with anyone who joins an online program with me, but I tell them it's exactly that. It's an example. I just want you looking at it, getting ideas, kind of seeing what the day should typically look like. But I am a nutrition coach, okay? And I'm all about macros and about that whole food nutrition like I talked about earlier. But here's why I do not like meal plans, is because I can tell you what to eat for the next 2, 4, 6 weeks. And you are probably gonna stick with that, maybe up to that 6 weeks. And then you're like, all right, I'm getting sick and tired of these foods, and I'm just gonna go back to eating the way that I did before. That is what I've seen with meal plans. They are not sustainable, and there's not a lot of flexibility or balancing with those. So that's why I encourage my clients to track their macros, and we do focus on whole food nutrition. So I want you to be able to eat the foods that you love and that you like and that you're gonna be able to sustain for the long haul, not for 30 days, not for 60 days, but for the rest of your life. And then I'm gonna teach you how to look at your macros and be able to kind of see where you're falling on the chart. And I'm going to give you, tweaks and changes that you can make, and, make sure that we're hitting our protein, because that's super important. And, making sure that you're not going way over your carbs every day. Let's look at your fiber. Are you getting enough fiber? So I'm going to be able to coach you better that way. Again, you're going to find the foods that you and your family enjoy and like, and we're going to be able to make that work. Okay. So that's what I do, Amanda, as far as the meal plans and things like that. And then I have clients that'll say, I just need you to tell me what to eat. And then that's where the example meal plan can come in handy. But I just highly suggest that we figure out what they like and then we make it work. All right? That's a great question. All right, somebody asked me, what's the best protein shake and protein bar? It's up to you. I will tell you what I like, what my preference is, but not everybody is going to like it and think that they're good. I have a funny story about my sister-in-law. I don't know if she's on here, but she was asking me, about protein bars. She wanted to make sure she was getting her protein, and I shared her my favorite, and she was like, this is disgusting. How do you eat this? And I was like, I think it's good. I enjoy it. So it's really going to be up to you and your preference and what you like. I do have an Amazon storefront. I can share that here in the comments when I get done, and you guys can go check out all my favorite protein bars, protein shakes, and things like that. And I do love to buy locally. I live in London, Kentucky, most of you all know. So I do a lot of my shopping at NutriShop here in town. They're really good to me. They work with me, and they have lots of different options. So definitely check out your local places and help support them, especially right now. But again, I just think everybody's preference is going to be different. I do, as you're looking at the macros, you don't want it to be super high in calories. You don't want the carbs to be outrageous. So, you do want to look at that, make sure you are getting a good amount of protein in there, and that, there's not a ton of sugar. A lot of times there'll be a lot of artificial sugars and things like that to try to make them better. So yeah, I would love to help you if you have any questions as far as the nutrition labels. You guys feel free to message me anytime. Do not feel like you're bothering me. That's what I'm here for. I want to help you in any way that I can, okay? All right, let me see on Instagram if we had any questions coming through. It was kind of hard for me to see you guys back there. Great tips. Oh, thank you. Thank you. How much vitamin D a day? That's a good question. So typically around 5,000, I think, is the recommendation. I will go look into that, see what mine is upstairs, and I'll make sure to post that here, okay? That's a good question. All right, guys, so as I'm kind of wrapping this up, unless you all have any other questions, and if you do, feel free to ask those. And if you're catching it on the replay, just comment those and I'll come back in and answer. So this coming week, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing more yoga videos. I've got one coming for you guys on Sunday. It's like a full length, but it's only like 10 to 15 minutes just to follow along with me. Just some basic, simple yoga moves that just kind of, help relax and again, just trying to just focus on being active, kind of clearing our minds. And I'll be sharing more of those. Again, I want to do a kid workout. I've had some requests for that. The only thing is I'm going to have to pump my kids up for it. I don't know if they're going to be up for it or not. And then I will for sure be sharing more full-length workouts. Now, somebody was asking me, all right, what's the difference in these full-length workouts that you're sharing here for free versus, your online boot camp? So I'm trying to share, more with you guys, those full-length, maybe 1-2 a week. My online boot campers, they get at least 4 of those every single week, and they're always new, okay? And then they are also in that private group where I'm supporting them, talking to them daily. So that's the difference. They have that daily support and accountability every day. So that's the difference there. But yeah, I'm gonna be sharing several more full-length workouts over the next few weeks. Some will require equipment, some will not. So, even if you don't have equipment like dumbbells and things like that at home, I'll kind of give you suggestions on, other things that you can use instead. And then I'll be sharing more of those demos too. All right, guys, you are awesome. Hang in there. We will get through this. Everything is going to be okay. But again, please reach out to me. I want to help you in any way that I can. I want to support you in any way that I can, and know that I'm sending lots of love, lots of good vibes your way. All right? Okay, guys, have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for joining me. Bye.